Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. For some reason, I am having lots of really fun technical difficulty issues today. So we're gonna try and get that all figured out. Literally, it's like crazy how fun it is right now. Taking bets on IT issues, love it. I don't know what's been going on today, but the internet has just been a crapshoot. Which, to be fair, this is the first day we've had internet issues. So, hoping this is going to be a this is not going to be common. I mean, it's been a month of over streaming, and this is the first time this has happened. So, I would like to believe not so, but I am big struggling right now. It keeps telling me that I'm attempting to connect to oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Are we finally going to do it? Are we finally going to get my face up on the camera? I know you guys have been desperately waiting to see. Oh, no! We had it. We had it, ladies and gentlemen. We had it. The more likes, the better the tech gets. Yeah, exactly. How'd you know? See, John Boy gets it. You just gotta give all the likes. Oh, see, look at that. All the likes are coming in, baby. We finally got it. My face is visible. Holy crap. I am so sorry about that, guys. Goodness gracious. That was... painful. And I can't even get, and you know what's even better too? I can't even get the chat active on the main screen. Hopefully that'll load in soon. But we've got audio, we've got visual. We'll start to hopefully figure things out here for the rest of the stream. But welcome. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for stopping by. My name is Eli, as always, with Pokemon USA. Really excited about today's topic. For these of you guys that don't know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are the day where I answer any and all of your questions related to Pokemon things. So feel free to literally ask about anything. I go through and answer just about everyone's questions. So never feel shy as if I'm not going to answer your question, or I'm specifically only going to answer people that donate to me, because I will get to your question. So don't feel afraid to ask. And there's no such thing as a dumb question. I know that there are some where you're like, oh, I bet he's been asked this 1 trillion times. Don't worry, I will continue to still answer it. However, I would like to make a mini series where I answer all your questions. And people can just go to that mini series. I think it would be cool to do. But let's give a shout out to everyone who's here. Jason K, hello. Pika Pika, let's go. RD, Tim, thank you so much for stopping by. Scratchum is here. Benny boy, how we doing? John boy, RD said mic was on. Yeah, I know. I had the mic on and I was trying to click X on it, but it was lagging and it wasn't working. So hopefully you guys didn't hear anything bad. John boy's here with his nice old wrench. Shout out to John boy again on that one. Maxwell, thanks to you. John Doe, always nice to see. Card Palace, and I think that is it for everyone. So let's start off by reading some of the questions or comments that we have. But glad to see everyone is here so far. Really feels like PTCG is picking up steam popularity. I hope SV is able to pull it off. Well, I mean, let's be honest here, guys. That Lugia obviously made a massive difference. For those of you guys that don't know, the Alt Art Lugia has been officially revealed. So, and it looks, in my personal opinion, of course, you know, everyone has their own opinion, but I think it looks gorgeous. I absolutely love the art design on it. I think it looks super cool. I think, personally speaking, it's one of the best art designs that they've ever made. I know people are making jokes about him being double thicked up because it is showing his backside quite a bit. So I do find that quite funny, but I'll be able to pull it up on the screen here hopefully in a second. But considering how the internet is acting right now, I'll see you guys in 3 hours. But I pre-ordered 2 boxes of Paradigm Trigger. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. Can't wait. Well, that's exciting, Jason. There's the sound. I think he fell. Bro, it was getting hot. I went to turn on the fan. Lugia got back for sure. Lugia cheeked up on a Tuesday. Oh, that's so funny. More likes he gets. Yeah, more likes I get, man. Let's get the likes up in here. Thank you guys all once again so much for stopping by. Make sure to leave a like on the way in or out. But Card Palace says, what's up? What's up there, Card Palace? Hopefully all is well with you. How do you rate the Lugia alt art? I would say, honestly, man, I mean, I rated a 10, personally. That is just my opinion. And that's not as someone who, you know, and I've been, I would say, really critical in terms of alt art designs. I mean, you guys know that Giratina is one of my favorite Pokemon, as shown in the images in the bottom left. So for that reason, I am extremely critical when it comes to card designs. I am not going to just, you know, slap on like a, you know, oh, I like it, whatever. Like the Giratina was okay. Like I would give it a 7 or an 8, right? And I said the Aerodactyl, I gave that a 10. I would definitely say that I gotta give the Lugia a 10 myself. I think the art design, I love the concept art of it. I think the reason why I like it so much is one of the things I was really hoping they were gonna do is they were going to have like a person looking at the, literally my body envisionment was there's going to be someone looking at the Lugia off in the distance. And I felt, because for me growing up as a kid, I loved Heart Gold Soul Silver. It was one of my favorite games. I thought it was awesome. So when you have the scene, like the actual like imagery of someone going into the cavern and looking at the Lugia, I loved that imagery. I thought the design on it was cool. Obviously, this is not specifically in a cavern. This is someone that it looks like is on a ship that is looking at the Lugia as it's overseeing, causing a wave. I think that's still extremely cool, and the concept art for that is exactly what I was looking for. So they literally nailed it in terms of what I thought was cool. What makes it even more cool is a storm is a brewing within it. And so you're also able to get the imagery with the rainbow-ish coloring around the design of the overall card. So I think just artistically, this is one of the best designs they've ever done for an alternate art, in my personal opinion. Like I said before, this is just my opinion. You can agree, you can disagree. I'll pull up the picture here in a second. I do apologize, as the internet is a crapshoot out today, as you guys are probably aware. So we'll get that started here in a second. I can actually drag the smaller image if you guys want to take a look, and then I can pull up the larger one in a second here. But we can at least draw or drag over the smaller image if you guys can hopefully see that, and we'll go full screen if that helps out with it. But yeah, that is what the Lugia art design looks so far, and I absolutely love it. John Boy says, is the alt art strong enough to hold the set? Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, the set itself, we were saying, was already going to at least be in the argument for top 3, top 4. The question was really, what's better, this set or Lost Origin? We said it was going to really come down to the artwork design, was going to play a huge feature. Obviously, both of them have absolutely killer subsets for the character rares. I would say, personally speaking, in terms of diversity of alt art designs, obviously you've got the Aerodactyl, which I think is gorgeous, and the Giratina is a cool one. So you've got, a two for there. However, you obviously don't have the strength of Lugia in terms of a character. Giratina is a cool character, but Lugia is just hard to beat. And considering they nailed it and knocked it out of the park in terms of art design, I think there's definitely a strong argument to make that this set is going to perform just extremely well just based off the Lugia art alone. Because as we've seen with, Champion's Path, as we've seen with Vivid Voltage, if you have a super high demand character card and it has an absolutely gorgeous art design, it can really carry a set extremely strong. And I think that you could potentially see that happen with Silver Tempest with this art design. So that's my personal opinion on it. But here's the close-up design and imagery if you guys want to take a look at that. But it actually came out last night at like midnight. Pika. I literally dropped it down at like 2 a.m. in the Discord because I got notified about it. So I thought that was kind of sick. But what's up, Motive Jason? Hopefully all is well with you, good sir. Pika says, but I just answered that question. Palkia got a buff? What do you mean by that, Cat? Chief says, big time lurker. I appreciate that. Just want to say I appreciate your input during these live streams. Thank you. You make me smile when you say that. I appreciate that, Chief. Thank you. It's always a huge compliment when I hear people that are lurkers come in and chat, because I know that for a lot of people, including myself, they like listening to podcasts in the background, whether they're at work, whether at the gym or whatever. And so for me, it's one of those things where it's an honor, in my opinion, because you're spending the time just chilling and just listening to me while you just go about your everyday life. So that's awesome. But of course, I always appreciate and love just all you guys for the support, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you all. Hopefully it looks like Restream might be getting active here, so we should start getting the chat text in the stream. Hopefully that will go well. But salutations, what's up, Lord Narwhal? Thanks for stopping by, always good to see you. John Doe says, how do you think the Lugia alt art will stack up amongst the other Sword and Shield top all-stars from Evolving Skies to Brilliant? Honestly, dude, this might sound really crazy, but I could see this realistically being put in like the top 5 alt art designs. People might think I'm crazy for this. I think this is top 3. I still think Moonbryon is a better alt art design. I absolutely love the Moonbryon, but that's just really, maybe I'm a little biased there because I'm a huge Evolution fan, and I think that the design for what it is great. But I gotta put the Lugia up there as at least a top 3 in my personal opinion. I think the Moonbron's my number 1 favorite. Aerodactyl I absolutely love. And then this Lugia is definitely up there for me as well. I think it's absolutely incredible in terms of art design. Don't get me wrong, I love all the other Evolution designs. And I think the concept art on it is incredible. But I feel like for me, how I like to look at it is bringing out the like feeling that you get when you look at a card, and in terms of like the overall connection that you have to what you're trying to represent artistically is something I value a ton. And I think this is being very well represented in terms of when you look at the anime, when you play the video games, and the card, I feel like really brings that out a lot, personally speaking. And this might sound dumb, but I'm telling you, just the character looking at the Lugia from over the boat, that's for me personally what really draws it to me, because it gives me that feeling of being back in the cave where I'm looking at the Lugia or looking at the art design of Lugia as he's being seen. So I absolutely love it. I actually want to see if we can see some other Lugia art design in the cavern so I can give direct reference to what I'm talking about for those of you guys that have seen some previous imagery of him. But I'm excited, man. I think this is going to be so awesome. Is Lugia the new waifu now that he's double thicked up? That's so funny, dude. That's so good. Mr. Todd says, hey Eli, Silver Tempest versus Lost Origins, which is better, equal, or worse? Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, for me, it really comes down to the question of, are you talking about to open or to invest in? Here's the first thing I'll see. Hands down, Silver Tempest is going to be a much better investment in my personal opinion compared to Lost Origin. I think that's pretty... I don't think that's debatable at this point. It's pretty obvious, especially in terms of it being a strong character. And then, of course, we now have art design that's going to double down on that. Second off, I would personally say that I think in terms of collectability-wise, it's really going to come down to, at this point, what the pull rates are. I think now Lost Origin is really in a running battle for... Silver Tempest to surpass it based off the pull rates, because pull rates were absolutely atrocious for Lost Origin alternate arts. So if you have it where the alternate arts are really good and the characters are really good in this set for being pulled, you could see this easily surpass it, because that's what's ultimately going to play a huge factor. It's kind of why Astral, for me, I really changed my opinion on Astral, because I feel as if the set itself was like, it was fine, right? Like it wasn't crazy, but the alt art design on it was absolutely the alt art pull rates were absolutely magnificent. It was great. It was so cool. So I absolutely loved it personally. That they made it a nice balance of, hey, 1 in every 2 booster boxes you're going to be getting an alt art, so it's not impossible to get, you know. Tom Piz, what's up, my guy? How we doing? What's up, Eli, in the chat? Nothing much. Hopefully all is well with you. Giratina versus Lugia. Lugia, no question about it. I mean, like I said before, man, Giratina, it's fine as an alternate art. It's cool, but I would personally put Aerodactyl above the Giratina, no question about it. And I'm not even a Aerodactyl fanboy. I just am really appreciative of the art and the expression that it really is trying to put out in terms of, you know, really giving you that feel of prehistoric times. I get really passionate about art. There's a reason why I love Pokemon so much. So for me, I'm very hypercritical of it. But here's what I mean, by the way, in terms of imagery. Just so you guys understand, there's a very common theme in terms of imagery of people looking at the Lugia. Here's a popular one of the Lugia design when you're in the cavern and you're first seeing it. It's the trainer, obviously, with his Tyranitar looking over at the Lugia. So that's an art design I've really appreciated. Here's another one in the cavern looking at the Lugia. Here's one on the boat looking at the Lugia. So there's a ton of art designs in terms of like really going and looking at the Lugia that I feel as if gives a sort of resonation for me personally, because that moment, for some reason, I don't know how to explain it, but that moment in the game resonates to me more fighting the Lugia in the cavern more than any other game, right? Like, obviously, Giratina, I think, would have been really cool if they did a very similar design where they had him in the distortion world and you see that. I would say if you did something like that with the Palkia Dialga, but obviously they did remakes of the card designs, so you wouldn't see that realistically. But I feel like that's where they missed out on the Giratina design, is if you would put him in the Lost world and you literally had like Cyrus, for example, going and staring right at him, I think that would have been an absolute smash out of the park design, because it gives you that sentiment and it gives you that emotional connection for those people that grew up playing the games, because you get to feel the same way you felt when you first played the games. And I think that hugely resonates with people that are fans of that specific card art for a reason. It'll be number 2 Sword and Shield set, a far number 2. Really? Roma thinks it's going to be... You think it's going to be better than Brilliant Star? I think that's a hot take. I mean, obviously, like I said before, pull rates are going to play a huge factor, but I think it'll be hard for me to make an argument that it's going to be number 2, just because although the Arceus is not an extremely strong character, it's still strong enough of a character to have a number 2 in the spot. And when you look at this set as a whole, it's Lugia, and then what do you have next in terms of alt art? You have an unknown alt art. You have a Reggie Drago alt art and a Skuntank. Like, seriously? Like, that's terrible in terms of that. At least you have an Arceus, I feel like, as well. And the Arceus design, they absolutely smashed it, in my opinion, as well. It very much resonates to me, the alt art design, with that of the Water Arceus AR card from the original Arceus Platinum set. So, it's hard. However, to be fair, the subset for this set is by far so much greater than that of Brilliant Star, so you can totally make that argument based off of the subset it's going to be stronger. You just have to ask yourself, how much more value do you give Charizard compared to the rest of the characters? Because historically speaking, it's very much been Charizard and everything else. However, Lugia has started to gain a ton of value in terms of its character, which is why we've looked at the history of Lugia as a character as a whole and seen its value absolutely crush. And so there is an argument to be made there, just based off the character value itself, that Lugia could definitely compete with Brilliant Star. But I think it's a really, it's really still a tough one to say it just takes it over, without having at least a discussion, just based off the fact that there's still a little bit more value in terms of the main hit slots, that you're going to be able to get from the Brilliant Star. It just comes down to the character, where I feel like easily takes the cake for Silver Tempest. And then the discussion is, how's the pull rates? But we're not there yet. We'll see what the pull rates are and how that's going to change things. So Jason K says, what were the gold packs you put in the mystery packs? I forgot. So Jason K, the gold packs we're putting in is, so the main one is going to be a heavy Power Keepers pack. So heavy being it should have something in it, whether it be a EX, a gold, a holo. We don't know what that's going to be yet, but that pack is worth like over $300-400, so that's going to be huge. We're going to have some Diamond and Pearl era packs in it as well. Some like Majestic Dawn, some Stormfront, and then we're also going to have some Triumphant and some Unleashed Heart Gold Soul Silver packs. And then we're also going to have some Fossil or Jungle. I can't remember which one. I'll have to go back and check. But those are going to kind of be the main 4 gold packs that we're going to be getting. Obviously, the main one you're going to want is going to be, of course, the it's going to be, oh my gosh, I just spaced out. The Power Keeper. The Power Keeper is going to be the main one. So, and for those of you guys as well, I might as well give a shout out to it. For those of you guys that don't know, in reference to what the gold pack is, he's talking about our mystery packs that we just launched on our site not too long ago. So we're basically giving a very similar model to our competitors. However, our pull rate odds for everything is so much greater. So for example, gold packs with the mystery pack, you get 5 base, just standard Sword and Shield era packs, always guaranteed in Evolving Skies. So you're always going to get value with the base packs. And then from there on, you have your odds. 1 in 16 for a gold pack. So you have a 1 in 16 chance of getting a card or a pack valued anywhere between $100 to $400. So we wanted to make the odds as best as possible as we could. You've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting a silver pack, which is going to be any of the packs in the black and white era, and then only the, in my personal opinion, 2 best and most expensive XY era packs. So you could get a Flash Fire or a Phantom Forces. But here, if we want to click on it, we can see some of the designs on what else. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Legends Awakened. I totally forgot. We're gonna have Legends Awakened. But yeah, silver. We're gonna have a lot of Plasma Freeze. We're gonna have Plasma Blast. We're gonna try and do Legendary Treasures as well. We're gonna have Flash Fire. We're gonna have Phantom Forces. Just the expensive set. So that is it in terms of overall silver value, and then red. The most expensive Sun and Moon era sets, and then the next most expensive XY. So we're going to have Ancient Origins, Evolutions, Team Up, Cosmic, Hidden Fates, you know, Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, just the sets that I feel like you want from the reds 1 and 4, so you're going to get good value. And then blue always guarantees you're at least going to get one of these specialty sets from the Sword and Shield era. So, and like I said before, we have really good odds. We have much better value in terms of our blue tier, and then we are always giving you an Evolving Skies pack. So the value for what we're giving this time around is the best we've done for our mystery pack, and I don't think anyone is anywhere in the ballpark in terms to the value that we're going to be getting, especially if you were there for our first break. I purposely was weighting the packs heavy so that you guys would get heavy golds and silvers, and we pulled some really crazy cards that were awesome. So I'm doing the exact same thing this time around, making sure that you're at least going to see a third of the packs be heavy, so trying to increase those odds to make it so that a third, if not half, are going to be heavy. But another thing as well, I might as well mention it, break packs are now available on the site. We did have someone already buy 50% of them, so that was kind of interesting. We're gonna give a shout out to Berto on that one. But in terms of Silver Tempest, we've got them for $2.50 a piece for the pack, so I feel like that's a really good price, but obviously you can disagree with me if you want. One thing I do want to say that I'm a little bummed out about, but we're not going to be doing the break on opening week. It's going to have to be the following week on the 18th, and the reason for that is because with the new LGS location opening, my distributor told me that they can only ship to one location now. They can't do a split shipment, and so what's going to happen is they're going to ship to my LGS, and then my LGS is going to have to ship it to me, and that's going to take another 2 days. So if you want, I can try and shoot for some time during the week rather than on a Friday night. If you guys want me to change the date, I'll do whatever works best for you guys, but I figured we'd do Friday because that's how it's always been traditionally. But the packs probably won't arrive until Monday the following week after the initial release, if not, shortly after the release date. So, but yeah, just thought I would do that. Oh, and also for those of you guys that are new, 5% off on your first order with code Pokemon USA. All you have to do is just sign up with an email. So yeah, we've got a lot of things going on with the site that I thought I would just shill for, since I am still a business. But now that I've done all that shilling, let's go to the next part. If you graded with subgrades, how would you rate Brilliant Stars, Moonbryon, and Lugia? Oh, if you graded with subgrades, how would you rate Brilliant Stars? Okay, so we're going to go off of Beckett. This might sound crazy. I think Moonbryon is Black Label 10. I think that Lugia is a Gold 10 with a couple of areas that have 9.5s. I would say 2 areas for the Lugia have 9.5s. The only one I would say honestly 1 area has a 9.5. Concept art is really good. The only area I'd say it's a 9.5. Really just comes down to the fact of I wish it was the cavern rather than on the sea, but that's such a nitpicky criticism. Maybe you could make an argument I wish it was facing, but I still think it's really cool and it's really menacing with the way it's designed, so it's really hard to get nitpicky with that. With the Moonbryon, I can't nitpick at all. It's perfect in every way possible, so it's hard for me to say that. In terms of the Charizard, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Charizard alternate art design. I think it's sick, but honestly, I think I might like some of these promo alt art designs a lot better in terms of for the Charizard UPC. I know that might sound like a little bit of a hot take here, but I don't know if that's actually a hot take, but I think the menacing Charizard, I think it was Alt Art VMAX is what it was, that we saw the design for. I think that looks gorgeous for the box. I think that's so sick. I would not honestly put the Brilliant Star Charizard up there in terms of one of the best Alt Art designs. It's cool, it's fine, it's a Charizard, but I wouldn't put it up there in terms of like top 5. So I'd put that around an 8 in terms of a Beckett score across the board. Could be, I'm just saying whatever it ends up, but it'll be far behind number 1. Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing in reach of number 1. No question about it, Roma Sheets. Nothing is going to beat Evolving Skies as it stands. You can't destroy, that set destroys because 1, it has Rayquaza, which is one of the best characters in the entire just in terms of just Pokemon as a whole, and 2, it has all the evolutions, and Eevee is also one of those super strong characters. So having 2 monster characters in your alt art slot, it destroys, and that's coming from a set that doesn't even have a subset. Imagine if it had a subset. It would be one of the best like sets of all time. I mean, it's already one of the best sets, but if it had a subset, it'd be just unfair. It would be unfair. It's already unfair, but that it'd be even more unfair. Have you picked up anything interesting lately? I picked up 2 Lost Thunder build and battles for 35 each. Nice, dude. Good price. I haven't picked up anything crazy, I would say. I know they're doing a reprint. I just got an announcement from my distro. They're doing a reprint for the D21 Pokeballs with the Cosmic Eclipse. So I've actually been trying to pick up as much of that as I can because it comes with a ton of Cosmic, and that's obviously awesome because Cosmic is a great set, and being able to get Cosmic Eclipse packs for $2.75 is a great feeling, so absolutely love that. That'll be great as well because we'll be able to throw those in the mystery packs, and it will help us with our margins because our margins are tight with the mystery packs. But for obvious reasons, trying to give the best value we can to you guys. But yeah, no. So I think that I think that that's really what I'm looking into. You guys should hopefully see that hit the market within the next month or so in terms of the D21 Pokeballs. God, I would say that's the main thing I really picked up. I have some more Brilliant Star booster boxes, or ETBs I just picked up, but that's just because they had a reprint for it, so it's hard for me not to want to pick that up. Obviously, you know, you guys saw me pick up the case of Silver Tempest, because I'm a huge fan of Silver Tempest, and I think that's going to be a hot set. So I would say those are the main 3 things I've been picking up, but nothing exciting outside of that. One thing that is exciting though, hopefully within the next week or 2, I should get my cards back from PSA from my submission. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to break that open. We have a ton of little X's and Holos from the Diamond and Pearl era. I'm excited to share with you guys. Brilliant Star Charizard alt art is still my favorite. Hey man, and there's nothing wrong with that if you like the design. It's not a bad design. Like I said, it's an 8. It's still a great design. It's just with what the CUPC has done, it's kind of put things a little bit into perspective when you're like, wow, they could have done so much better when you look at how the CUPC alt art designs are. Chilling Reign, buy at 98, or do you think another reprint's possible? Another reprint's totally possible, man. I mean, this set is still in rotation for at least another 1.5 years, if not 1 year and 3 months. So in my opinion, reprint is totally possible. So I would wait off on that. I mean, you can literally buy a Silver Tempest, which has a Lugia with an amazing altar design, a Rainbow Lugia, a Gold Lugia for $95. That's a huge value. If you wanted to get Chilling Reign, you should have got it about 3 or 4 months ago, back when you could at around $80 to $75 early this year. So you kind of missed the boat in terms of the overall value. It's not a bad pickup by any means. There's just so many better opportunities out there, in my personal opinion. Chilling Reign Moltres alt art is also nice. Definitely top 5, no question about it. Chilling Reign Moltres alt art is definitely top 5, not a question. Bruh, the way you pronounce Aerodactyl, I know. Isn't it like Aerodactyl? Oh, I can't even pronounce it right. I'm already like, I'm so sorry, man. Hey, stop. I always get clowned on it. Aerodactyl? Aerodactyl, right? Isn't that how it's pronounced? It's an Aerodactyl? Well, that's the thing, though, is because isn't Aerodactyl the actual name of the dinosaur? So I figured they pronounced it differently, Aerodactyl, but I could be wrong. I would love to see how it's pronounced in the anime, just so I can stop getting clowned on already. I just want to stop the clowning. Moonbrown is the most expensive card from Sun, Moon, Sword and Shield era set. Did it just beat the Charizard from Hidden Fates, New King of Pokemon has born? I mean, it beat Hidden Fates, Dong, but that's really just because Hidden Fates has had so many reprints, so the price of the cards have gone down. The Moonbrown has not had a ton of overall reprints, so that's one of the reasons why value has obviously surpassed it. Once it inevitably gets a reprint, you're going to see the value absolutely drop for the Moonbreon. I'm not saying it's going to drop by 50 or 75%, but it's going to drop enough to where it's going to make a difference. And the Charizard is still going to be number one, no question about it. Rutro Raggy, my computer just completely froze. Hopefully you guys can still see and hear me because I cannot read the comments. All right, now I'm back. Sorry, just unfroze. Says I'm still live. Cool. All right, we're gonna listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired of all the clowning. How to pronounce Aerodactyl? It's probably still Aerodactyl, and I'm still a goober. But I still want to hear.
Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl. Whatever. Is there ever a time in the anime that we can go back to? I also pronounced Kyrium for the longest time as a kid, so that was also fun. You guys can make fun of me for that. But I know I am a goober. I can't pronounce things. I'm illiterate apparently. They need to make a Pichu alt art. Oh, Pika Pika. $5 says they're doing that in V-Star Universe. I'd be stunned if they didn't. Huge missed opportunity. This is my first time tuning in. R6, well, thanks for stopping by, man. Greatly appreciate you stopping by the channel. I am super duper excited to have you here. Honestly, man, it's always nice to see new faces, new people, because we have an awesome community, I would say, in terms of the people that are here and ask questions and just really help make this a better place, and in terms of just overall Pokemon collecting and investing. So thanks for stopping by, man. So there is anime references, but there's an AMV and I can't. I guess there could be a pronunciation on it, but who knows? What Silver Tempest product would you recommend picking up? Oh, Booster Box, bro. Booster Box right now, Snoopy. If you buy a booster box right now, it's $95. If you buy a case's worth on Game Nerds. It's a huge opportunity to buy it at that price for a set with the alternate art just revealed, with as good of an alternate art that it is, and we already know the subset's going to be amazing for it. $95 is an insane value. So I would personally say the booster box, no question about it. Travis, you jerk. It's okay, Eli. Aerodactyl sounds cool.
What's up, Lumio's trainer? Alright, so this bowl, I do go. Same thing, parts with restoration, or even fossils, nothing too special either. So this doesn't stand out as much.
Alright, let's see how he pronounces it.
What's up,
because he obviously watched the video.
Trainer Zach here, and welcome back to my review series of the Pokemon Journeys anime. In this video, I'll be reviewing episode 38, Miracle Restoration, the Fossil Pokemon. Let's get started. Alright, so this was pretty much your standard Pokemon episode. In it, Ash, Go, and even Chloe head to Pewter City to check out the new fossil exhibit in the museum. Why they didn't meet up with Brock is besides me. Although this episode was mostly about Go, I do appreciate that they made Chloe tag along, even though she didn't do much. It might have been a little bit, but it was still nice to see her get a bit more development, with her having a good time along with Ash and Go. Team Rocket are also here, still as uninteresting.
Just say it.
They're basically used as a plot device to make Aerodactyl go on a rampage. This kind of...
Aerodactyl. Yeah. We get it. I'm a pleb. I can't pronounce anything, bro. We can't pronounce anything. I suck. It's over. Game Nerds is $100 for a case of Silver Tempest. Did they increase the price? Because it was $95 if you buy a case's worth. It was $100 if you don't buy a case, if I'm correct. Let me double check and see if the price has gone up. I mean, obviously I made a video when it was at 95. No, don't feel bad clowning me on it, guys. If I say it bad, like, it's funny. I don't take it personally. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at pronunciations, bro. Moonbreon versus Lugia alt art. Man, I gotta still put Moonbreon ahead. It's hard not to say that. Moonbreon it's the embodiment of the perfect alternate art, but still love the Lugia. Obviously, it's one of my top 5 at least. Pre-order 7 booster box Silver Tempest. Heck yeah, baby. Let's go, R6. Plebisaurus, what is up, Plebisaurus? Good to have you here. Hopefully all is well with you. Hopefully all has been well with you. Dong says no question. Moonbreon. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Saw, dude. What's up, Travis? How we doing, brother? Travis sent the YouTube link for me to hear the pronunciation. Do you think they'll stop the trainer gallery in Scarlet and Violet? Ooh, great question, Pika. I would say yes. So here's what we talked about on last Thursday, if I'm correct. But traditionally speaking, the base set and then the following set after that is predominantly a set that is focused less on the artwork and more on the competitive playability. And so I really would say that that's going to be the main center focus of the first 2 sets. And then after that, they're probably going to bring in design that we've never seen before. And then potentially over time, you could see character rares in the long haul. But we don't know that part yet. But I think it's entirely possible they move away from it and don't overplay it. Because even if you look at rainbow art designs, right? They used rainbow for obviously the first time in the... to be fair, they have used gold cards forever. They've been using gold cards since black and white. I don't know. So they're really good at burning you out by pumping out the same old every single time. So, who knows, man? Who knows? That's a good question. I hope not, man. I hope they kind of put to bed the character rares. Don't get me wrong, I love character rares, but they need to do more. They can't just keep putting out the same thing over and over again. I plan on keeping the case sealed, then open one. Nice, I like that. That's awesome. That's a great strategy. I think if pull rates for ST are good, it will be number 2. Jerry, honestly, I don't think that's unreasonable. If the pull rates are good, yeah, I could totally see that, dude. I was thinking of doing something similar. Hey, that's definitely not a bad strategy. John Boy says, sounds like the best mystery packs out there. Heck yeah, baby. Ain't no question about that. We definitely got some fire mystery packs for the website. Also, for those of you guys that are wondering where they are, it's at PokemonUSA.com. Links down in the description below. And then obviously you can see the tag everywhere at the top, PokemonUSA.com. Where do we go for that? For the mystery packs, PokemonUSA.com. Game Nerds, if you're talking about the Silver Tempest booster box, which I want to look and make sure that it's still going on right now. I can check that. Yeah, use the wrench, Cowboy says. Someone tries to buy out Yellow Star, like hearing that. No, dude, literally, I can't believe that. I can't believe Birdo did that. That was so funny. He literally was like, hey, do you have a discount on your store? I was like, yeah, 5% for new people that sign up. He's like, oh, I should have used that. I already ordered. And I went and I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot of product you just bought, my guy. Shout out to you on that one. That's so sick. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be an awesome break. I'm super excited about it. I guess we need a VMAX Charizard fight of the VMAX Venusaur next. Ah, dude, if only we're going to ever get an alter design for Blastoise or Venusaur. Good luck. How hard is it to get a Zard UPC right now? I mean, it's not hard to get, but it's hard to get at MSRP. But also, I think it'll be a lot more accessible once we start to see it drop in stores on the official date. I feel pretty confident in saying that. You'll have a better opportunity for this time around than CUPC, but it's still going to be somewhat difficult to get. Don't get me wrong. That's just my opinion on it. But submitted my first PSA submission of 29 of my best cards worth $100 or more with the best centering and best chance of PSA. I'm starting to think maybe I should have submitted for Beckett. Don't feel bad about it, man. I mean, here's the deal. The question, of course, is it ultra modern? Is it not ultra modern? If it is ultra modern, then are you submitting it to get a grade or are you submitting it to do a flip? That's one thing I would say you have to take into consideration. And then 2, PSA 10s are still going to give you value. It's not that far off of a Beckett. It's only if you're saying I could potentially get a black label. Sure, that would have been great if you got a black label, Are you willing at this moment to pay the premium to try and get that black label with Beckett? Especially if this is your first time submission, I don't think it's a bad thing to go through in PSA, because it's going to learn, or you're going to learn from the submission on what you missed, what you need to do for next time, and how you can be critical of your future submissions, especially considering this is much cheaper than Beckett. Because let's say this is your first time doing a submission and you're going through and you're grading your cards of what you think is amazing, and then you're like, whoa, what did I miss? Why did this card get a 9? Why did this card get an 8? Don't get me wrong, you're always going to have those fluke grades where you're like, this should have never got this grade. But then there's going to be ones where, for example, I had a card I thought was an auto 8 or 9, and I was like, easy, grade, great back, perfect card, everything, and it got a 7, and it's because I missed a print line I didn't see, and it just drove me crazy. But it was one of my first times ever sending in for grades, so it was something that I learned from, and now I make sure I quadruple check for print lines. Casualty, what is up, my guy? Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully all is well with you. I love to see a set centered around water Pokemon, Blastoise, and Gyarados Altar. I'm telling you, man, if they did like a set where it's water versus grass, and it was like a dual typing set, I could see that be awesome. I think that'd be super cool. All right, so let me double check and see right now. I'm going to add the Game Nerds to cart. Obviously, for those people that have already messaged saying, I've already checked, it's confirmed, it's not available anymore, I do apologize because obviously I'm a little behind on the comments. But I will read it in just a second if it lets me, but apparently it's just going to take forever to load. Who would have guessed it? The maximum purchase quantity is 6. All right, so yeah, you're right. Item price is $100 if I buy 6, right? I think that's what it's telling me. No, if I buy 5, what, really? So if I buy multiple, hold on, let me check again. Let me check just to double check. So it just updated. Come on, man, really? Why you gotta take forever to load? Okay, so yeah, it's $100. They upped the price, man. I mean, $100 is still a great deal if you can get it for 95 again. Go for it, but dude, still $100 for this set is amazing. I would still pick it up, but if you can get 97, if you can get 95, please take that opportunity. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I had obviously mentioned it when it was at $95, so we're already seeing prices go up for it. But yeah, going back to it, Travis, I would love to see like a versus set. I think it would be really cool if you did a dual typing set where you had like water and it'd be water and fire versus like grass and let me think, because water and fire, obviously fire takes out grass takes out water, and then fire, what would fire be weak to? It'd be like I guess ground. I don't know. It would be cool to see a dual like versus set, right? Like, you know how they have the concept like silver or single strike versus rapid strike? If they did something like that but for just general typing, I think that'd be a cool combo set, and you could focus it around Blastoise versus Venusaur. I think that'd be cool. A chance at a black label, I know it's super difficult, but if you nail one, it might be worth it. What do you think, Eli? I mean, it's totally worth it, Card Palace, but going back to it, man, this is your first submission. I think this is a good test. I think that's what you need to do. Here's what I recommend, and this is just general advice for anyone that's doing a first submission. Go through, if you really care about grading, go through and fully, so what I have is, I wonder if I can show you guys. I don't think I have it on me, but I have a magnifying glass with a light, like a blue light, that allows me to do full inspections of the card. Go through, learn the proper grading system, do full inspections, and create a spreadsheet of what your prediction for what that card is going to get a grade. And you can have a plus or minus for it. Always 1 is how I look at it. So if I think it's going to be a 9, but plus or minus 1, which means it got an 8 or got a 10, then I feel like I'm like in a good range. If there's like, oh, I think it's going to get a 10, but it gets an 8 and it's over that plus or minus 1, then I did something wrong in my grading system and I messed something up, or it was a completely off card. So that's what I like to personally do, because then it gives me a kind of look back on, hey, I thought this card should have got a 9. It got a 9. Cool. I knew what I was talking about when I looked at this card. I feel confident in my grading abilities. Or, hey, I felt like this card should have got a 10, but it got a 7. What did I do wrong? Let me go back and take a look. And it allows you to assess over time how your grading skills progress and really truly like finite learning the grading process. And like I said before, there's definitely fluke times where things got 10s when they shouldn't have, and you think it's going to be an 8 and it's a 9, or a 9 and it's a 10, and vice versa. But this is still something that'll help sharpen your skills. And I think by you sending into PSA, I don't think it's bad by any means, because this is a really good opportunity, because PSA is kind of the basis for that understanding. And then Beckett is just a step up from that. So it's never a bad thing in terms of you're really going to get a ton of value and knowledge from this, if anything. And you'll still get value from hitting those 10s if you're correct. Because think about it this way, man. What if you graded thinking all of your cards were going to get 10s perfect condition, and then a bunch of them get 9s, and you were wrong? Well, you obviously would have potentially gotten 8.5s or 9s on Beckett, which is going to be not as good for you. So this is an opportunity for you to just, I would say it's, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about it. Casually, it says he just got here. Well, thanks for being here, man. Do you think new products in 2023 could still have any cosmic packs, or will that likely be done by end of year? Great question, John. I think it's entirely possible that you could see cosmic packs available. I mean, it's entirely possible, yeah. Because as we know, it was supposed to be a reprint, and then the reprint got canceled, and so they had a ton of cosmic packs left over that they're just throwing in a product. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Obviously, you're never going to see a booster box print of cosmic, but it's entirely possible. But I would say by start of 2023 to middle of 2023, that'll be probably like wrapping up product on cosmic. I'd be surprised if you saw it any more by end of 2023 and 2024. Highly doubt you'll ever see that. Comparing the two to long-term holds, how do you feel about Shining Fate's expenses when it released in Pokemon Go being so cheap soon after release? It's completely different times, John. Obviously, Shining Fates was the first specialty set in the Sword and Shield era, and it was basically a pretty similar copy and paste of what they were trying to do from Hidden Fates. Obviously, it was very much more subset specific focus with baby shinies and more focused on Galar. So it was not anywhere in the ballpark near as good of a set as Hidden Fates, but you understand the concept of what they were going for. And so for that reason, there was a ton of hype around the set already in a time where there was mass hype and hysteria. And so for that reason, the price release of it, I mean, you saw pre-order prices of upwards of $115 for an ETB. That's crazy. So you have to take that into consideration, which is why it's where it is right now, because obviously the hype for the set was overblown. The value of the set has gone down because it's been printed so many times. So it's now at a realistic price of, $40-45. Obviously, Pokemon Go, it was a set that wasn't hyped up a ton. It wasn't released in the super hypey era right now of Pokemon. Pokemon's obviously in a good spot, but it wasn't in the hysteria, mania spot that it was about a year and a half ago. And so it completely changes the dynamic and outlook, of course, of when we first saw the set released, as you can currently buy it for sub $40, and it's been and it hasn't had any real major reprints. So it's definitely it's pretty easy to say that the overall just long-term holds for the two, they very much would have, in my personal opinion, you could have made an argument that there would have been a mirroring in terms of value between the two if the roles were reversed. And Pokemon Go was, of course, released during the time of the Mania hype. However, I would still like to make the case that Shining Fates, having at least more value within it in terms of shinies, would have still performed better than Pokemon Go. I could have seen Pokemon Go pre-orders probably going for around $80 a booster or an ETB versus the Shining Fates $115. And then Shining Fates, I feel like, would have probably pre-saled at least $50 to $60 rather than $115 if it were pre-saled at the current hype point. So, and that's what I would say my personal opinion is. So Shining Fates, I do believe, is going to be a set that's going to perform better long term. And I do think that there was, of course, some acknowledgement of hype during the time in terms of the value, but it was obviously way overblown because of the time that it was in, if that makes sense. But dinosaur is pterodactyl. Oh, wow, I am dumb. Let's everyone just flame Eli now because I am saying things that are very uneducated in terms of aerodactyl versus pterodactyl. Anonymous. Scratch him. Dang, I'm bad. I'm sorry, guys. What do you think about the new special set will look like? Well, it's looking like it's going to be a character set and a V-Star alternate art set and just a general alternate art set. So super excited about that. We're probably going to see some more alternate art designs progressively revealed, but as you guys are aware right now, we know there's going to be a Leafeon V-Star alternate art in it. We know we're going to have a Suicune alternate art in it. So they're probably going to take a lot of the characters as they did with Hidden Fates, and they're going to throw them in the set, but with just alternate art designs. Remember the poker rap? Bro, I haven't heard the poker rap in so long. Sorry to clown you, it's just too funny. Bro, don't feel bad about clowning on me, man. I deserve all the clown. Is it me or just the camera frozen? The camera's freezing a little bit here and there, Evo. I apologize for that. It's not you. My internet, for some reason, is nice and laggy today. So you were not here when we were having technical issues at the very beginning, but Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. I'm going to keep saying it to myself. Oh my god, please don't, Evo. Don't ask me questions like that. How do you pronounce? I know it if I'm correct. Oh my god, I'm gonna get clowned so hard. If I'm correct, it's pronounced Milotic or Milotic. I always pronounced it as a kid Milotic. And I know you're going to give me crap about it. I'm sorry. I pronounce things weird. Okay. I stopped watching the anime when I was 12. I don't watch it anymore. I apologize. Milotic, Milotic. Oh my gosh. Got here late. You already talked about the Lugia leak? Yes, we did, good sir. And it changes the game most definitely. Excited about the leak. Excited about it. We have the image. Did I? Oh, here's the image. We'll keep it on the back screen. It's okay, Eli. Aerodactyl sounds cool, right? You can get it for $95 when buying case from Safari Zone. Well, Safari Zone charges shipping, right? I'm here for you, bro. We'll get through this. Let's go, Trax Phantom. Virtual hugs. You got this. Good vibes. Appreciate that. Thank you so much as always, Trax. Join the party. I'm a pleb as well. Fair enough. You should keep pronouncing it Aerodactyl for comment interaction. You bring up a great point, Koga. Frick you guys, Milotic. Frick you guys, Kyrium, Aerodactyl. Give me that I want the flame. I want the heat. Just keep commenting. Let's get some more viewers up in here just so I can pronounce things wrong even more. It's Pokemon, not Pokemon. No, I'm just kidding. The link is just a funny video. Oh, I have to check it out then. Need to bring back silver cards? Yes, bro. They didn't even bring them. They literally said, here's a Dialga. That's it. That's why I love Phantom Forces so much. Is a huge Dialga fan, first and foremost. But, silver card. Gorgeous design. Love it. Love it. Such a cool card. You think there will be a Lugia VMAX alt art? Definitely not. We've never had any more VMAX alt arts since the character rare set has been released. Not to mention, we already... Not to mention, we already know, based off of the sheet that we got, that there's the set list sheet. We've already gotten it. There's not going to be one. And the last 3 or 4 sets that have had character rares haven't had the VMAXs. But you could see that in V-Star Universe, though. Just picked up a case of silver for 95 East Safari. Nice. So thanks for dropping me that info. Yeah, I got you, man. Frill Eli should just purposely mispronounce like 1/3 of Pokemon names just to troll YouTube. You know what? Aerodactyl for life, baby. Would you wait to get a UPC, or is a bundle on Safari a good deal? I would wait. I would 1000% wait. I think prices are going to go down a lot. Do you think the more data being shared in the community will attract more investor types? 1000% yes. I 100% think so. I think that there's a lot of value in the data in terms of investing in the specific hobby, and I think that for those people that just knew something about Pokemon and heard some people get super wealthy off of it, you got to have at least a certain percentage of people in the hobby that were not in the hobby that, you know, had at least their ear to the door being like, they made how much money? How do I get a part of this? And they're actually looking at it as a long-term investment. Hidden Fate's breaking my heart. Price seems to be falling. It has? Are you talking about the singles? Because singles have definitely been sideways / down for a while now. On Game Engine, click buy in bulk and save the search of how much it is for each additional you buy. Nice. Fire, grass, water, fire. So it'd be like a trio set, I guess? So yeah, you do like a trio set. Something focusing on starters, especially Gen 1 with the trainer gallery and altar would kill. Oh yeah, that'd be sick. That's a great idea, Narwhal. Ordered 7 from the gamers for like 95 each. Nice. Hope I didn't miss much. Ari Sky, just alt-art talk and some obviously shameless shilling about the fact that I am obviously going to be. I just put up for those if you don't know Ari Sky. I just put up my packs for the break. So they're going to be $2.50 for the pack. For Silver Tempest, especially after the design was leaked, I had to put it up because as soon as we knew there was going to be an alt art, I'm like, all right, now it's time to put Silver Tempest packs up for $2.50 because now that's going to seem like an insane value, which it is. And then obviously just talked about the mystery packs, which I shamelessly shilled. But other than that, the Lugia was kind of the main discussion. So, but yes, my break packs are available now. It's okay, you already admitted you're a pleb like me. Yeah, right? As long as I admit it, man, that's all that matters. Ben Young, what is up, my guy? I was saving my collection pounds for Silver Tempest after the leaks of Eastern Universe. I'm going to be saving money for that instead. Hey, more power to you, man. I mean, obviously, it's a completely different market over there in the UK, so I totally get that, my guy. Are you still going to give out the Halloween packs to kids at school? Yes, we are still going to do that, Derek. Well, so for those of you guys that don't know, we've got an LGS opening the 28th of October is going to be the official release date. Super excited about that. And one of the things we're going to be doing, quote unquote, our store campaign is we're going to be giving out a ton of the trick or trade packs to kids at our local elementary and middle schools. So we're really excited about that, and we really want to push an initiative as it being a family-friendly store. So really excited about that. I wonder if I can pull up some images actually that I can show to you guys of what the I don't want to. There's some information actually on the same pages that I've been sending to distro with that, so I probably won't, but it's exciting. That's all I can tell you guys. It's gonna be really cool. 12.5 will be the GOAT. It's going to be a good one from the looks of it. Trying to remember all the one I said wrong as a kid. I definitely said Zapdos. Oh, I totally said Zapdos all the time as a kid. Question. Where the A came? I don't know. Zapdos. Safari only needs $75 to get free shipping. Really? Shout out to Safari Zone then. There's the pickup for you. Better name, Pocket. Pokemon or Pocket Monsters? Ooh, great question. I like Pocket Monsters. I like it a lot. Pokemon's the better name just because it's had the IP for a while and it's got a good ring, but Pocket Monsters is really nice too, I guess. You gotta, that's a hard one, but I'll still go with Pokemon. Don't worry, Eli, a lot of announcers in NFL are jacking up my name. Is Tua Tagovailoa? Yeah, I know. Tua I know, right? I never thought Tua Tagovailoa was a hard one to pronounce. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's not pronounced Tagovailoa, and this entire time I've been pronouncing it wrong. Data is actually pronounced data. I'm talking about sealed, Mike P says. Oh, wow, Mike. I gotta go back. Because the prices are falling? Are you talking about the ETVs? Because the ETV prices have definitely not done much. Yeah, I mean, it's been that way for a while now. It's just, there's a lot out there, man. It had a large reprint. It's a lot out there, and obviously with the market going into recession, the hype is, kind of past its time for Hidden Fates. It's still a crazy good set, and it's still obviously one of the best sets of all time, but the value, it's going to take some time, and I think it's an amazing opportunity considering it's cheap at that price point. I think, if anything, it's just a good pickup. Got a case, $5.75, no tax or shipping. Heck yeah, baby. Can't buy any more hidden face spaces, costing me more. I get that, Mike. Makes sense. Not sure if you answered earlier, but what are your rating for Lugia 1 to 10? And if you're willing to do it for all the alt art Sword and Shield after special set next year. Yeah, we can do that, Ari. I give it a 10. However, I gave it a gold 10 and not a black label 10 because someone asked me to do it off of a point scale like Beckett. So the only criticism I generally had were super nitpicky things. But overall design, it's a 10, no question. Top 3, top 5 is what I would say. Do you have a dark magical girl? I wouldn't call her a dark and magical. She's very light and magical because she is blonde. But yes, I do have a fiance. We just got engaged about... Oh God, we got engaged, I want to say about 2.5, 3 months ago now. So really exciting. We're hoping to get married sometime next year going into the fall or the following year. It just depends where we are financially. Probably a stupid question from someone entirely new to the hobby. If I were to buy one of those Pokemon Halloween packs you mentioned and waited X amount of years, would it be worth anything? It's not a dumb question. I mean, it could potentially hold value just as a collector's item. Yes, it could. How do I want to say this? Yes, it could totally have value. Obviously, in terms of what's in the packs themselves, there's nothing of real interest. And the reason for that is because the reason why there's nothing of real interest is because the packs themselves were designed to give out to kids on Halloween. And so, will it be a collector's item people will want long term? Yeah, great. Is it something that's going to be a massive, expensive pack in the future? I doubt it, but it's potentially. But for me personally, I obviously am not looking at it as an investment pickup because I'm looking at it as something that I want to pass out to kids and allow them to have the opportunity to get cheap holographic cards that have just a stamp on them because they're cool and kids like hollow shiny cardboard. So, I mean, you could totally pick some up and just see what happens, but I wouldn't be banking on it if I were you. LOL, there's no N in his name. You know? That's so funny. Tua tug of Ilo, a tug of Ilo. Tua. Oh, so am I pronouncing it wrong? Scratch him. I still don't know if Arceus is pronounced Arceus or Arceus. I think it's Arceus. I used to say Arceus as a kid, and then I heard Arceus when I watched the Arceus movie, if I'm correct, and pronounced it right. Safari also had an Evolving Skies ETB case for $420 or $42 each. Seems like a decent price. Not sure if I want to pull the trigger. Well, Lord Narwhal, if you want to message me about that, my guy, I haven't posted on the site because I've just been really busy working with the LGS. But if you're also interested in Brilliant Star, I was actually thinking about doing a Brilliant Star Evolving Skies bundle and putting it on the site, where I was going to be selling Brilliant Star for $35 a piece and then Evolving Skies ETB bundle for $40 to combo with that. Haven't decided if that's exactly what I'm going to do, but if anyone wants to message me on Discord and is interested in Evolving Skies ETBs to bundle it with Brilliant Star, then I'd be more than happy to discuss something with you and you can get it for MSRP and then the Brilliant under MSRP and we can figure something out. So, because I'm in the market for selling some of the product that I just recently got, but I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to throw it up on the site sadly yet. But I mean Dark Magic Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, I didn't get the reference. I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Person. I apologize. I did not know that reference. Forgot about the engagement date already. We don't have a date yet, Pika Pika. That's the thing. We just know it's going to be sometime in September of next year or following. What's your opinion on AI graded companies? Do you see it becoming a new standard? I do see it becoming a new standard, yes. However, as it stands right now, I can't give you my opinions on the current ones because if I'm being completely honest, the majority of them right now, their overall just intellectual property value as a company whole in terms of their brand, it's something that is not of real relevance in my personal opinion that it's worth discussing because we all know that at the end of the day, people are going to pay for the names because if the names bring value to the grade, then they're going to grade with them. And since these names don't have real value, it's hard for me to have a conversation about if they're worth grading because I don't think they are. However, do I think the future is going to be AI grading? I do. I appreciate that, Evo. Eli's so excited to talk about the magical girl. I am a little bit. She's a 10, but the Lugia isn't in the cave. What is she? She's a Beckett gold 10 instead of a black level 10. What? I miss. How we think about the Lugia altar? We think it's a 10, Jacob. We absolutely love it, my guy. It is sick. It is awesome. It is going to make Silver Tempest one of the best sets of the year by far. I think I could, but years later, but not by much. It was scalped crazy, and I think a lot are in storage. I mean, you could... I don't know, man. It's really hard to say on that one. As I've mentioned many times before, Christian, just when it comes to product in general for Pokemon, it doesn't matter how much is in storage. Time, they will go out of storage, and then they will be open, and then the supply will dwindle. And obviously, as more people come into the market for reasons that they're not obviously passionate about, more people will leave out of the market for reasons they're not passionate about. It's just the way the cycle happens. As the market grows, it just develops new shifts in a larger scale, you know? It's kind of like with any sort of stock or crypto or anything. When crypto was first around, it obviously went from it went from like from its low from $100 to $3,000, and then obviously it went down and dropped like 70+%, and then it went from, you know, its low of 1,000 down up to 20,000, and then dropped from 20,000 all the way down to 3,000. So it's very much the cycle will still continue. It's just on a larger scale. Percentages basically were the same in terms of retracements. It's usually a retracement of at least 70+% for crypto, and I think the same concept applies for just general, you know, sealed product. You might see sealed product go up in bigger numbers, but percentages should stay the same. Thank you was something I was thinking of. No problem, my guy. Let's focus on Pokemon. I have trouble with Arceus too. Is your fiance into Pokemon too? She is into Pokemon. Obviously not as much as I am, but she's definitely into it. Her favorite set so far has been Brilliant Stars. She absolutely loves Brilliant Stars character subset. She thought it was super fun to open. And who's her favorite Pokemon? I would say. I can't tell you her favorite Pokemon, but she does enjoy it. She does enjoy Pokemon. She enjoys opening it with me. She has a ton of fun opening Pokemon. But yeah, she definitely enjoys it. I've been trying to get her to play the video games, but she's not a video game person, so it's really hard for me to get her to sit down and want to play it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play Diamond, you're going to play Pearl. Let's play this together. And then she could do it for maybe a couple of days, and then she got bored. I was like, I want to play Sapphire, you can play my Emerald. Like, didn't work out. Yo, I'd buy all of those. Yeah, you would, Lord Narrow? Oh yeah, brother. If you want to message me on Discord, you know what to do. I'll definitely shoot you a deal. How do you think Silver Tempest, Booster Box, and ETBs are going to do in the market in terms of reselling them? Oh, dude, I think they're going to do well. I think Booster Boxes, couldn't tell you on ETBs. ETBs usually perform extremely poor in the short term. They're very much a long-term item. But they could still do well. I could be wrong in that regard, but I don't think they're going to be like crazy. I think it's going to be like, you'll probably be able to pick them for 35 or 40 bucks still. But Booster Box, you could see this Booster Box really shoot up in pre-sale price. You could see this go up to 120, 140 easily leading up to the release. Wouldn't be surprised on that, in all honesty. Obviously, we probably won't see a reflection of that as it stands right now. Here, where can I drag over this? Here, let's drag this over and just take a look and see where we are right now in terms of Silver Tempest Booster Box prices. I would be surprised if it went up. I highly doubt that it has. But let's just take a look. Let's just take a look and see where we are in terms of pricing for Silver Tempest, because the alt art obviously is the alt art design. Yeah, it's just been slowly going sideways / down for the past couple of weeks. Obviously, you had a huge drop off from the original listing, but that's how it always goes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw this bottom out here at around 110, and then you could see a flip happen where this all of a sudden goes to 130 plus, honestly. Or you could see it just sit at 110 and the Lugia Ultra design does nothing and we all sit here and scratch our heads and then say, well, it's going to do well long term because it's the Lugia. But I think there's definitely a possibility of a lead up in value in terms of this item. I'm just super hot at the $95 value. It's incredible that it's that low a price. I got my Pokemon Center Brilliant Star ETB from the eBay seller and everything checked out. Heck yeah, Shatter. I'm stoked I was able to help you out there. I still saw on eBay, they're still up, man. Brilliant Stars ETBs, the Pokemon Center exclusive, are going up for $40. If you guys want to go check out my video I made on that about a week or so ago. Ari Sky says Eli gives it a gold 10 instead of black label 10. I think it could do better. Yes, but don't say it like that. Don't say I think it could be better in the terms of like, oh, it sucks, it could be better. It's thinking of it in terms of it's almost perfect. There was just a small little couple of tinks I think could have made it better. Thanks, Traxman. I appreciate it. You seem like you drive a nice car, Eli. I do not drive a nice car. I drive a fuel-efficient car. I am a fuel-efficient man. So all my friends make jokes about me being a penny pincher because I totally am. I drive a Jetta Volkswagen 2013 diesel, gets 50 miles to the gallon. Absolutely love it. Now, if you're talking about someone that drives a nice car, that is my brother. Brother had a like juiced out sports BMW car, and then he sold that. And before that, he had a Tesla, and then sold that and got it to get the BMW, and then just sold the BMW to get the Tesla. And then he's selling his Tesla to then get another probably expensive car as well. My brother loves expensive cars. I, on the other hand, don't really care. I care more about like saving money and fuel efficiency. And obviously, don't get me wrong, like it's a great electric vehicle. It's great in terms of fuel efficiency. But overall, I would say that for me, I'd much rather save money on a car, especially when I'm not going to care to drive it that fast or rack up an insurance bill. That's just not kind of my flow on it. I'd much rather take that money and throw it into an investment somewhere. That's just me, though. I was referring to data you proposed, aka engagement. Oh, I love how I just read that, Pika Pika. I was referring to date you proposed, aka engagement date, not the wedding date. Wow, Pika, I am dumb. Thank you. Because for some reason, I don't know why I just read that wrong. Date I proposed. I proposed August. Wow. How do I not know? I think it was the 17th? I want to say it was August the 17th. Wow. I guess I don't know. It was it was in August, though. I know that. I know it was in August. I think it was the 17th. Not 100% certain. Please don't flame me for it. I wonder if she even remembers. Yeah, let's go clown her about it. I picked up an Ancient Origin booster box for $500 this month. Where'd you get that for $500, Evo? I'll buy it from you for $600. That's crazy, dude. Shout out to you. That's an amazing deal. Did you see Rudy's video about the Lost Origin opening? Oh, you mean the one where he got the Berserker alternate art and had no clue if it was a good pull or not? Like it wasn't a 1 in 1,000 pull rate? Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Bitcoin was in the pennies. Pennies at 1 point. Yeah, man. Same concept as always. It's time. Can't lie. If they put Lugia on the ETB, would have been pretty fire display. So true, John. I think that's another thing that would have really added value. I know a lot of people obviously love the Evolution art design for the Evolving Skies, which added a ton of value. So I think they missed out with the Lugia. But they've already done a Lugia ETB box design, I think is why, because they did that with Plasma Storm, if I were to guess. We want you to do a podcast. What do you want that podcast to look like, John? I would love to do a podcast. I feel like I would need a podcast that I would have someone do with me. I think that'd be cool. I actually would love doing a podcast. That would be actually really cool, I feel. I think Arceus was especially an issue with England since Arse is essentially a swear. Really? I did not know that, Lord Laurel. Huh, that's interesting. So Arceus it is then. Doesn't know his fiance's favorite Pokemon. Oof. Okay, well, I don't even think she knows her own favorite Pokemon. Trust me, if I did know her favorite Pokemon, then it would be pretty obvious. I know that every time there's a Cherubi, she always says it in a cute way, and if there's a Snobble, she always laughs because Snobble has a butt mouth, and she thinks that's funny. but just, standard things that, that most people in the hobby that don't know it, but like, oh, that's cute. Like, I don't think she has a specific favorite that she necessarily loves. Much appreciate your knowledge. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aztec. Thanks for commenting. Do you see Silver Tempest at Altarts acting like the Machamp and Aerodactyl did price-wise on release? Yes, big time, no question. Oh yeah. Eli drives the Nissan Leaf. I do not drive the Nissan Leaf. Bro, nice cars are just liabilities. Just one more thing to worry about all the time. Exactly, Lord Narwhal. That's exactly how I am, man. Haha, uh-oh, Eli forgot the proposal date. It's like August the 17th, I feel. I feel like it's August the 17th. I could go through and look at my text messages later so I can confirm it, but I apologize. I think there's a huge distance for me to give Lugia a Black Label 10. For example, if the trio birds are in the background, then I would give it a gold 10. So what would you give it, Ari Sky? Guys don't remember these things, Pika Pika. That's not necessarily true. I can tell you the first time we ever went on a date. Like, I can tell you when our date anniversary was. It was February the 9th. I can say that, right? 2021. So it's like, I remember those kind of things. I guess I forgot the engagement one because I had to reschedule 3 times on when I was supposed to do the engagement. Because literally the first time I scheduled, I had the whole plan for my engagement was I wanted to do it under starlight at an observatory. I thought it'd be a really cool idea. First time I planned it, had to reschedule because my photographer canceled last second. Second time I had to reschedule was because they got booked up and I couldn't go to that observatory, so I had to do a new one. And then had to reschedule again because then the old observatory was able to make an exception because of the situation, and they were able to allow us to come up and do the proposal. And then the day of the proposal, it decided to randomly rain in the middle of the night when the forecast was expected to be clear and sunny. And we ended up not doing it under starlight. We did it inside the observatory, around all the telescopes. It was still a cool experience. I still enjoyed it. We were still able to look into it and stuff, but wasn't able to do it outside. So it was an event to get that proposal figured out, and it was a lot, and it was upsetting. Got it from a seller on Instagram. Nice, Evo. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully it's real. It probably is real, but that's an awesome deal, dude. Do you think the booster box will increase in value after the Lugia Ultra reveal? Most definitely. That's what we've been waiting for, man. That's 100% what we've been waiting for. John Boy says Diz on the podcast. I don't know, John Boy. You're a pretty awkward guy. I don't think... no, I'm just kidding. That'd be cool to have you on a podcast. I mean, if you're passionate enough to do something like that, I would love... I think that'd be cool, man. What's your favorite piece to display behind you? Oh, so if we're talking about display behind me, we've been doing a lot of... So one thing that my fiance and I love to do is we like to build Legos together. That's actually something that we do enjoy. So we have been going through and trying to master set the Harry Potter Lego stuff. So if you can see in the bottom, like to my right, you can see these 3 Lego sets that are being built. And we're trying to outline all the scenes from just Harry Potter in each kind of one of the boxes. So that's kind of what we've been doing recently, which I absolutely think is really cool. Now, in terms of what my favorite of the... my favorite, I would say probably has to be that one right there. It has my Pokemon USA, that stand that someone 3D printed design for it. Shout out to Aloha on that one. And for sending that to me, really appreciate that. It has a Leafeon PSA 10 Level X Japanese card, and then it has behind it has both of Majestic Dawn, both of the Majestic Dawn theme decks, and I'm a huge Majestic Dawn fan, huge Evolution fan, so I would say that's probably my favorite of the boxes. Or I would say in the bottom left, that one right there, it has the 3 original theme decks from Diamond and Pearl, and then it has a Level X Torterra tin as well in it, and it's in good condition, and I'm a huge Diamond and Pearl fan, so I'd say it's between the 2 of those. I pronounce it Arceus because that's how it's said in Japan, but either way, it's right. See, that's the thing. Like I said, man, I said Arceus as a kid, changed it to Arceus because of the anime, but you know, it's hard, man. I never know. I never know what to say, Koga. Ours is a swear word in the UK, but not a bad one. I think it's more like the spelling why you insist on calling Pokemon Arceus. That's so funny, Ben. I mean, I'm going to get flamed one way or another no matter how I say it, so it's whatever. I'll say Arceus, I'll say Arceus, it's whatever, man, who cares? Maybe if you change to doing podcasts on Thursdays, have podcast drops on Saturdays, soon podcasts could have been news, hot takes, some good source questions. I would love to do that, John Boy. I have actually agreement, so I'm a part owner in the LGS. I'm not a full owner because that's expensive to start a game store, and we've put roughly around $100,000 into opening this game store. So it's been a lot of money and equity acquired. With that, outside of just getting equity for the business, we actually have an agreement between me and my partners, a quote unquote sponsorship agreement, where I'm going to be taking some of the revenue to help grow the channel. And so I'll be able to fully focus on growing the channel. And with that, I will now have full time and freedom to do this full time, right? And with that, I would definitely love to expand doing more content each and every week. I at least need one day to recharge because knowing me, I will overdo it at some point because I love burning myself out. But I would totally be open to doing like a Saturday like podcast discussion day. I really wish I could do a live podcast discussion with a studio. I think that would also be really cool, but obviously I don't know who I'd do that with. But I could totally see something being awesome. You give it a 7.5 or an 8, it's a passing grade. Jeez, dude, that's all harsh criticism. I'm surprised you don't like it that much. A podcast would be a great idea for you, Eli. So how would you guys want me to structure the podcast? Bring it here, man. Too far for us to see it. Okay, yeah. Oh gosh, how far is this? You guys want to see the display? Sure, I can show you the display on the shelf. All right, this, hopefully, you guys are going to be able to see that. Oh, wow, this is actually pretty good. All right, so here's the display. I'll turn on the lights so you guys can get better lighting on this. It might be hard to hear me. I apologize. But so here's what this shelf is. Like I said before, this is the Lego shelf that we're trying to build. So we're trying to do all the scenes. We've got, obviously, Hogsmeade. We've got the original car scene in the woods, Order of the Phoenix, and then the Shrieking Shack. Just got the Shrieking Shack one done. That was pretty cool. And then I have a lot of the theme decks. I'm a huge fan of theme deck collecting from Diamond and Pearl era, as you guys can probably see. So, and then we've got this was my fiance's favorite. She got both of these because she loves Baby Yoda and Baby Groot. She's a huge fan. And then obviously, Evolution, Pikachu Box, that kind of stuff. And then here is so my fiance got this from Hawaii, and she got this as a gift for me. So this was actually really cool. They had this that was hand carved. And then I have a couple of displayed, just Pop 1 PSA 10 reverse holos and holo cards that I have. There's the Platinum Arceus, some more Pop 1s. Here is the one I was telling you about, has a Leafeon with the Majestic Dawn boxes. I think this is also pretty cool as well. That's the great encounters. I have my Dialga case and the game inside. I need to go grab that to put that up here. I've just been lazy. And then here's the other one down here, with the level X 10 and stuff, and then some plushies and stuff. But yeah, that's as far as it goes. Hopefully you guys could hear me. It was probably hard to hear from such a distance, but. It was probably, hopefully you guys could hear me, but I know I was pretty far from that, but You're the most informative PokeTuber. You will be successful. Thanks, Aztec. Man, stop making me blush, my guy. Just hype me up over here. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, I think we'll do well. Thanks, Eli. Yeah, no problem, Dong. Oh, I will show one other thing off to the side, actually. I will show one other thing, and then we'll be done. I promise. Here is the big ones. So, Astronomy Tower and Dumbledore's office, Chamber of Secrets, and then the final throne scene from Star Wars. And then just an advent calendar. But yeah. Alright, now I'm done. Now I'm done. Audio was actually great. Okay, awesome. I was like, should I yell or should I not yell? Podcasts can be inviting guest speakers for different topics. I mean, yeah, I definitely need to do that. I just need to reach out to people about it. What collectible conversation Shadowless podcast would be cool? Shadowless podcast. Does someone else have a name called the Shadowless podcast? Because that's a sick name, dude. I actually am going to steal that if that's not a thing yet. Where's the Steam Siege box? Tyrone would be disappointed, Goga. I sold my Steam Siege box. I'm sorry. I sold it, man. I sold it. When I moved, I got rid of it. Pretty soon you're going to need bigger shelves. Thanks, Eli, for showing us your display. You're amazing. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dong. Thanks, man. I definitely am going to need some bigger shelves pretty soon here. Since the move, I haven't been able to transfer over a lot of... Like, I sold a lot of my product to lighten the load of the move, and so I'm going to be buying quite a bit more stuff to add to the shelf. So it's definitely going to need some more room here. That was a sweet tour. I appreciate that. I've been wondering for a while what you had there. I know it's kind of hard to see. I apologize. Wow, I look sideways. Here, let's adjust that, guys. I'm waiting for your next Pokemon storage garage tour. Oh, man. I remember that. Thankfully, not a ton this time around since I sold everything, but I'll definitely have to do one at some point. Nice leg collection. It's my hobby to collect if the money and space, sticking to cards for now for easier storage. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, in terms of Lego collecting, I mean, it's something that I loved doing as a kid, and I just got back into it with my fiance because it was just something fun for us to do. Like, it was just something where we were both able to do it together, and we're both able to enjoy it and experience it on full display. And so it was just fun, and that was kind of it. And, you know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. We actually just finished the movies for the second time over. We watched it the first time, and she didn't really get to fully experience it because she was kind of halfway into it, halfway not into it. She was kind of dealing with some stuff medically at the time, and so she wasn't able to fully focus. But this time around, she was like, oh, I want to watch the Harry Potters. I feel like I didn't get a good impression the first time around. And so she watched it, really enjoyed it. And so she's really been able to experience Harry Potter more. Especially, too, because we went to our first ever like trip as a couple. We took going to Universal Studios Orlando, and we got to experience the immersive world over there. So, you know, it's something that once you get that tied to it, it's even more fun, you know? Now we all know that Eli does on his free time Legos. LOL, wow, those take time, man. When you have someone to help building Legos with you, it's definitely it. Eli on the lookout for next Lego Pokemon. Oh, dude, if only they actually had Lego Pokemon. They've got like Lego like block something, but the Legos are just, they're just not Legos. They're not the same, man. There is a market for Lego collectible investing. Dude, there's a huge market for Lego collectible investing. The only problem is it's just really hard in terms of the sealed box because they get damaged so easily. Evolving Skies boosters are around 250 pounds over here now, give or take a $5. I'm just deciding whether or not to offload my booster box. As you mentioned, there may be a reprint coming in the new year. Here's the thing, Ben, and I want you to understand this very clearly, because this is important, obviously. If I say there's a reprint in the United States, there's no guarantee that means there's also going to reprint in the UK. And that's the thing that I feel is like concerning. obviously, I have to assume that's still going to affect the market over there since, prices for you guys are much more expensive. And so people will buy overseas because you can sometimes get good deals buying it from the States versus here. And so if there were to be a reprint in the States and prices went down to 120, it would affect you guys. Because then you would obviously be buying from here. Because why would even after fees and taxes, it'd be cheaper. So here's my opinion, Ben. I will make a video and you will know when official reprint is coming for it. The video will say Evolving Skies reprint confirmed / reprint coming. And then I will say the exact date, or I will say when it's expected to come. That's when you should sell. If you want to sell now and get on top of it, let's say I post the video a day later than you would have liked to have seen it, then you could do that. Or you can go ahead and sell it now for an absolute amazing gain and profit. However, in my personal opinion, I said this before and I'll say it again, when I first did a talk from technical analysis perspective on how I felt like the booster box would perform, if it broke $200 on a weekly time scale, I said it would have no stop in sight in terms of value. It broke that, and what do you know? Prediction came true. It's pushing 240 plus, and it's got nothing stopping it right now. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps going that way until you do see that reprint happen. So, it's definitely okay to be patient, but it's also okay not to be greedy and pull profit here, man. Shadowless Podcast is Real Breaking Nate, Super Duper Danny. I knew it, man. I knew it was Dolan. Koga says that's it. I'm unsubscribing. What a scrub. Okay, I'll buy it just for you and Tyrone. I'm sorry, Koga. I'm sorry. Has your fiance ever read the books prior to the movies? I'm trying to get her right now to listen to the audio tapes with me. Because I know, I could see about getting her to read the books, but I feel like audio tapes are an easier sell. Pokemon and Nostalgia-nomic podcast would be amazing. I will talk to him about that. I bet he would totally be interested in that. From our conversations I've had with Nostalgia, I feel like he respects me and my knowledge I bring to the sphere. I could be totally shooting and saying crap, but from just the conversations we've had, it seems like he does, right? And I definitely respect him as well as far as a content creator goes. So I think it'd be something that could both be entertaining and informative. If we were to do that, I'd be totally down to do that. And then it'd be him and I that did a podcast, and then we had someone else on each and every week that we would interview. Honestly, Lego is a cheaper hobby. You can sell used Legos for a decent amount versus the box of commons, uncommons, crap for rares. That is true, man. No, it is definitely cheaper. You're right. You've made it when spam bots come in. I've made it for a while then, dude. Spam bots are going in forever, dude. I just said dude like 4 times. Oh yeah, I totally get your point, Eli. Just to explain, we usually get a trickle down from what happens in the US market, and reprints do affect the market over here. But thanks for the honesty, mate. Yeah, of course, brother. I got you, man. Once that video goes live, click on it. I'll even make a chapter that says for Ben Young. No, I'm just kidding. Jump here if your name is Ben Young on the chapter. That'll tell you exactly where to go. Travis, then Eli made it at like 300 subs. Hey, can we give a shout out to Travis, the mod, and Koga? I want to give a shout out to you two specifically. Thank you guys so much for being in it. For those of you guys that don't know, Travis and Koga were the first people that were here when I just started the channel, if you guys that don't know. Back when I had like 4 people watching, they were the 2 people that would watch me. And so I just want to give a huge shout out to them. I wouldn't be able to be here without you guys, with the love and support. And so it's funny when he says, if that's true, back when 300 subs, you would know, Travis, because you were there back when I had 100 subs, man. Remember those days? That was crazy. Back when I would try and shiny hunt, I shiny hunted in the cave, and then I did shiny hunting speedrun, which resulted in me having hunted for 24 hours, I think it was, of me not getting a shiny after over 1,000 resets for the Turtwig, and I just want to kill myself. Hey, Elon Gang, what's up, Jones Drew? Always good to see you here, my guy. Don't forget to drop a like, please. Yes, don't forget to drop a like, guys. And of course, obviously, comments and questions are always appreciated. So I am having a fun time today, guys. It's a good stream. Ha, cheers, mate. That'll be my 5 minutes of fame. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You know what I'll do? I won't make a chapter of it, Ben, but I'll give you a shout out. I'll say shout out to Ben Young. This is your time to sell. James from the Alamo, what's up, dude? Hey, it's been a while since I feel like I've seen you, James. Hopefully you've still been lurking. What is up, my guy? Hopefully all is well with you. Kudos to Travis and Koga. You see your life from potentially being depressed. Hey, I wasn't gonna be depressed, but you definitely helped. You definitely helped with me not sounding like I'm schizophrenic, just talking to myself the entire time with 3 other people not commenting. So maybe depression. Yeah, sometimes it would just be me and Koga. No, legit, it would just be us 3 and then maybe an occasional lurker 1 or 2 times. Free booster boxes for Travis and Koga. Well, so here's the deal, man. And I've talked about this before, and I'll say it again. For those of you guys that are... Wow, I just stroked out for a second. For those of you guys who don't already know, I have what's called... I have what's called the OG status on my overall Discord channel. So what that is it's all the people that when I first had the Discord... they were some of the first people there, and then the people that are the most active in the chat while I'm relatively smaller. If you stay active in the chat, more than likely you'll get that status, right? Obviously, my mods, there's a special place in my heart for my mods. They either have been very helpful for the growth of the channel or they were there for me in the beginning. With that, I have these ideas in mind that I want to implement in terms of content that will eventually require, of course, people to pay for it. With my current setup, you know, my content 3 days a week with videos, my 2 live streams, that's going to stay the same. But as you guys know, we're building a Patreon to add additional content. And with that, I want the statuses of OG and the statuses of our mods to be able to access all that content for free, all that additional content for free. And so with that, of course, is going to come with a ton of perks. And I want you guys who have been here since the very beginning, who have been supportive of me, to get all of that stuff for free. Obviously, there's going to be certain value tiers. And so in terms of that, the mods, since they're mods for a reason, they're going to get the better value tiers than the OGs, but they're still all going to be happy because you're going to get a ton of free content for it. And that's just something that I want to do as kind of a thank you to everyone that's been around for so long. And then I have some other things as well that I also want to give away as the channel progresses. Because, I mean, as the channel grows and progresses and we're able to give more things away or able to produce more content, then obviously it's me just giving back to you guys even more as much as I can. Bro, yes, the shiny huntings were so fun for some reason. I would love to bring back shiny hunting. It was just 3 of us talking to each other shiny hunt streams. Legit, dude. I would love to bring something like that back, or do like if I'm being completely honest, and maybe this is a wrong way of looking at it, I get fearful of, rather than us just doing these talks, what if I had in the background me playing a Nuzlocke? Because I don't know why I'm afraid if I all of a sudden do a Nuzlocke, people are going to drop off. But I'm going to answer the questions. So it's like, hello. I'm still streaming. I usually get off at 2:30, but I started a little bit late, so my fiance probably thought I was done. What was I going to say? But yeah, I was always afraid if I have a Nuzlocke in the background, I might be too distracted and not be able to go through as many questions. And so people might not want to tune into my videos anymore. And obviously, I care about how many people tune in, so I don't know. Do you think I should do Nuzlocks in the background or shiny hunting in the background or something while I have these discussions? I mean, yeah, I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are. So, Ben, if you go down into the link down in the description of just any of my YouTube videos, it has the Discord link. So, just click on the link. It's just Pokemon USA. But yeah, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Should I play a game while I also do discussions and talks? Should I Nuzlocke? Should I shiny hunt? Should I play something outside of Pokemon? Should I play Unite? Should I play the card game? I don't know. I think it'd be fun, something to do. I've wanted to do it. I've just been fearful if that's going to drive people away. But you never know, man. If the title's there and people still click on it and see me play while I answer questions, as long as they don't get too distracted from it. My local card shop has 36 packs of battle styles for $95. Yikes, bro, that's pretty spendy. You can probably go buy the booster box right now for $86 still, Fable. I would definitely say no. Never mind, just check the drop down. You're a good dude. But a moment in your opinion, from the last 3 sets in the Sword and Shield era, Lost Origin, Astral, Silver Tempest, which one long term will be the most valuable to invest in? No question, Silver Tempest. And why? Lugia. Characters have historically done strong. Obviously, Vivid Voltage, Pikachu. Obviously, Champion's Path, Charizard. Obviously, Burning Shadows. Obviously, Darkness Ablaze. These sets that are terrible sets outside of Vivid, don't flame me yet, but they are sets that have a focus of the main character being extremely popular. And they're able to carry the rest of the set because of that in terms of value, and that's why they've done really well. They have strong characters in it, and I think Silver Tempest is going to do that with Lugia. The content is going to be insane indeed, John Boy. Eli, can you start doing weekly breaks or maybe just rip packs for people on Thursday stream? It's funny you say that, Travis. I actually want to bring that back. I want to start doing weekly breaks again. I'm thinking how I want to do that, Travis, is I want to do weekly breaks once we get the new... Oh, my head hurts a little bit. Sorry. That's kind of weird. I just got dizzy. Once we get the LGS set up, I'm going to start doing weekly breaks again. And we'll start it off, and we'll go back to doing polls on what you guys want me to do for the weekly breaks. And we can pick a day that works out best for everyone. Most people do a second channel for gaming, probably good for algorithm. I've thought about that, John Boy. I just feel like I'm really small at this point. Would it be something that I could manage to transfer over all of you guys to that gaming channel? You know, that's what makes it kind of hard. What would you guys want for frequent breaks? I feel like having just moved, I want to start off with a smaller box. Like I don't want it to cost more than $300 to $400 to break. But I'm totally down to do weekly breaks again. I think a Nuzlocke would be really hard to multitask with. That's exactly what I'm saying, Narwhal. That's what I think would make it hard for me. Shiny hunting would be a lot easier. Tuesday live, Wednesday game, Thursday break, Saturday podcast. Jesus loves me. You guys are trying to load me up with content. Okay, we can do all that. I mean, yeah, let's go for it, man. I'll do that. Thursday break. I mean, if we think about it this way, man, if you guys that are here watching right now want me to do that and you were wanting to buy into it, to the break, we can totally do it on a Thursday afternoon and just replace one of our talks for like a Saturday podcast. I could totally do that because you guys can go back and watch it, but I want the podcast anytime. I just want you to be available for obviously the breaks and being able to experience it live. So I'm totally down for that. Question is, what booster box food do we want to do first? Fable Walker. I mean, yeah, no, just going back to Lord Narwhal's point. I think it could be as good as an extra stream, but not to replace in the current Q&A format. I think it could be good as an extra stream, but right. So, but with that, Koga, the question really comes down to, would that Q&A format... So what if I did this, Koga? Maybe we redid that. What if you did Tuesday, Thursday Q&A, Wednesday was the break day, or maybe we can do Friday, and then Saturday was the podcast day. Or maybe Friday's podcast day, and we do it all in 1 week, and I don't have to work on Saturday, Sunday. Sorry. Didn't mean to sneeze. James says, same thoughts. Cool. All right, so everyone's on the same page with that. John Boy, Eli would be dead in a month. Travis. I don't know about that. I mean, if this is all I'm doing and I don't have any other jobs, I wouldn't be dead. Yeah, I don't think I would be dead. If I had another job like I did before, I would be dead. That was something, for those of you guys that remember, when I did do the weekly breaks, I definitely struggled for a second there because I was just so overwhelmed with multiple jobs. Well, while we have everyone here, how many people do we actually have active? Let me see. Live viewers. We've got 44. Hey, we got up to 60 at one point, though. That was looking pretty snazzy. Here's the first question. What we're going to do while we have everyone live. I need to go to the control panel and we'll do a poll. We'll just do a poll right now and see what everyone's thoughts are. Let's do a poll. So if we're talking booster boxes, what price range for break packs? So here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're doing. So I'm going to do a poll, and this poll is going to be for what price range do you want the break packs to be for, right? So for example, I can currently get Evolving Skies packs for roughly around $3. I could totally do a $3.10 Evolving Skies break. Obviously, you guys will have to pay for shipping, but I'll just say $3, right? Would you much rather do a $3, let's say, Evo break, right? Would you much rather do a... What's another price we could do? What's another price we could do? Let's just say I'll just do maths, and I'll say $300. Or no, we'll do $200. We'll do $200. Another booster box for $200. So would you much rather do $3 price pack, $6 pack, a how much is a $500 booster? A $10 price pack, or a $14 price pack, or would you want me to do a mix of them? Well, let's do it. So I'm thinking that if we were to do like a $3 price pack, the Evo would probably be like $3.25 for an Evolving Skies. If I can get it down to $3, I can. And then we would do like $6, which would be like $200. We could probably do, oh God, what set could we do for $200? There's not a lot of $200 booster box sets. Here, let's look this up. Let's see if we can make it work. I mean, obviously I could just do loose packs. We wouldn't have to do the booster box. But let's still take a look. Let's still take a look low to high and see what we could do. Wow, I clicked low to high, not high to low. What the heck? I mean, we could always do like a Chilling Rain Fusion Strike combo if you guys cared about that. You know, something special. If you didn't care about that, maybe $6 is not good. Maybe I should do differently. Maybe I should change it to a little bit higher. Because here's the deal, man. We could do a Fates Collide break. We could do a Lost Thunder break. We could do a Forbidden Light break. We could do a Burning Shadows, Ultra Prism. Maybe I change it from $6 to $10. And then from $10 to $14. And then I just leave it at that. Right? That way we have accurate price ranges. Because if we're thinking $3, I can do the Evo for $3, right? And we could do a mix. We could do like a fusion, or we could do like a Chilling Evolving Fusion mix. And then we could do or I'd probably do Astral actually. I would do Astral. And then for $10, we could do like, that would be around the $360 price point. So we could do a Guardians Rising. We could do a Fates Collide. Yes, Tyrone, we could do a Steam Siege. No one's going to buy into it except for you. We could do Forbidden Lights. We could do Lost Thunder. We could do a Burning Shadows or Prism. So we could do that for around the $10 price point. If we're going $14, we would probably go up to Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, Celestial Storm, XY. This, of course, is something I could easily find for cheaper elsewhere, but I'm just giving you guys realistic price points on what sets. We could do a Cosmic. Oh, we could totally do a Cosmic for cheap, actually. I could probably do a Cosmic for $10, honestly, guys. Maybe 11. We'll have to see about that. But here, I'll just do a polling on price range. We'll put up the poll, see what kind of price range you guys would want to do. Or that you'd be willing. Only vote if you're willing to pay this much per pack. That's what I want you to do. So you're saying I'm willing to pay up to. If you're like, hey man, I'll do $3 for an evolving fusion chilling rain break, then let's do it. Or if you're like, I would actually have more fun doing a doing a Lost Thunder Burning Shadows break. You would much more have fun doing that, or I'd have more fun doing a Cosmic Unified Minds break. Like whatever you guys feel as if you would have the most fun doing for that price point, we can make it work. And you guys know my policy for the last one. My last break that I did, I basically said, hey, I'm going to sell it to you for break even. This is not for me to make money off of it. Maybe I'll sell it for slightly more just so that I'm not losing money, and I'm, making enough to where it's literally nothing. It just pays for everything. But as I said before, I would do it to where I'm not making money. That would be the idea. However, I will say though, if I do the more expensive ones, I would want your guys' opinion on whether I keep the bulk or not. If it's the $3 one, I'm going to keep the bulk for obvious reasons because it's $3 packs and I already keep bulk with $3 packs. But if it's like a more expensive, like $14, $20 pack, which I don't even have 20 up there, then we can have a conversation on whether you guys want me to keep the bulk or not. Then I could probably give better pricing. So, but that's kind of what I would have to say in terms of that. Let's see where we are right now, though. Ooh, people like that $10 price range. I mean, $10 price range, you can get some good sets. Let me hear your guys' opinion. What do you guys think about sets that you would like? And I can tell you if I can get it down for cheap. Pokemon USA as a name for the podcast could be good for brand engagement, but it's good to be yourself, and another Poketube or something else might work better depending upon the Poketuber. That's a good point, Ben Young. I definitely have to ponder on that question. I'm going for the master sets for Silver Tempest. Big Lugia fan. It's hard to balance investing in sealed items and opening master sets. My wallet doesn't exist. I feel that, Aztec. That's why I've always been a collect the sealed and then buy the cards later down the line when prices drop after new set releases. Make a poll, he says. Yeah, we're making a poll. We got it, baby. I think working hours would have less viewers versus after work. Well, Pika, you always come at 1 o'clock or 1:30 typically. In terms of working hours, obviously I'm doing it in working hours. So do you think I should do breaks on Friday? Nicholas, cosmic break. Travis, I'm giving Eli Monday, Sunday, and Friday off. I love how John Boy's my agent, just telling me what days he's giving me off. Thoughts on the upcoming S&V new EX design? I like it. It's fine. I like the silvery kind of borderish designs. I think it could have... I mean, we'll see what they're going to more look like, because that's what we just know for the crystal cards. I think it could be really good. Honestly, I'm pretty optimistic about it, James. Smash the like, everyone, indeed. Has he said Aerodactyl yet? I have. You missed it, Shane. We had a full-on debate about it, bro. And I went through and was just clown the entire time. So it was fun. John Boy, he's still got to make 3 videos a week and work a job, though. I don't, Travis. This is my job, bro. This is the job. I don't have another job anymore. I have officially full sent it with the LGS in this. However much teams each packs are, Tyrone says he'll buy it all. As a mod, we need to crack the whip. Okay, so people are liking the $3 price range. Okay. People are liking the free. Well, as soon as I said Evolving Skies for $3, people said, "What did you say? $3 Evolving Skies." We can make that work. It would probably be an Astral Evo combo, if I were to guess. That's how I'd have to do it. And yeah, that's how I would do it. Podcast, Unostalgianomics, Pokestalgia, Poke Lectures, Dark Zone. I'm just spitballing here. Mix, $3 pack break would go for 10 hours. $3 for ES means you'll run out of stock. Ben says you won't ship to UK. Well, I can ship to the UK, Ben. However, as you're aware, it would be pretty expensive. So you would have to pay for shipping. Eli, if you broke down certain sealed products, could you do a cosmic a bit under market? Well, that's what my plan would be, Travis, is yes, I would do cosmic a bit under market. Chilling Evo Astral sounds dope. Okay, I'm glad you guys that. If you do chilling, I still need to find my binder. You could also do one big box per month. See, I want to do that, Koga, and we obviously discussed that. My biggest fear is just I don't want to be sitting on liquidity. So if I were to do one big box break, it'd have to be one that I know I could sell at least the majority, and then the rest of the packs I could use to throw in the mystery packs. That's how I'd want to structure it. That way, I feel like I'm not getting gypped if I spend $900 on a booster box and only 500 of it gets sold. You know what I'm saying? Ari Sky, I mean, think about it this way. $3 pack is modern. $10 pack is Sword and Shield and or XY, and $14 is Sun and Moon and or XY, and then 14 is Sun and Moon and or XY. And I mean, I could always do a combo dual break if you guys would want me to do like a half cosmic, half evolving. What if we did something like that? Half evolving, astral, and cosmic? That'd be insane. So would you guys rather me combo it? So I do like a $8, you get, or no, how would I have to do it? It'd be like $15 bundle, you get like a cosmic, an Evo, and an Astral. That's how it would be, like a $15, $16 combo bundle. Or would you rather me break it up into 3 so you don't feel like you're forced to have to buy one? How would you rather me structure it, you know? Keep the bulk, Pika says, cheaper ship. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe make a premium price of higher price packs to keep the bulk. That's a good point there, Aztec. Lost Thunder and Cosmic would be good. That would be a sick one leading up to... that'd be a sick one to do leading up to the release of Silver Tempest. So what we could do then is we could do if you guys want me to, I could totally combo that. I could do some sort of combo. Wow, we've had so many bots today. It's insane. I could do, would you guys prefer that if I do the $3 price range, it's only $3 packs? Or would you prefer that we do a combo of $3 and $10 packs? So the 3 would be, like I said, Evo Astral, and then the $10 would be Lost Thunder Brilliant. Or not Brilliant, Cosmic. Do something like that. People want the bundle. The break bundle. So here's what I'll do then. I'll do one more poll and then this will decide it. So I'll end the poll. And I can always do one or the other. Like I can always do both. I just still would obviously prefer your guys' opinion. He's selling way over market. I mean, that's how it usually goes. Would you have the option for just the $3 packs? Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Jones. Is I'm that's what I'm getting on the poll. Is if I see there's an interest of more separate, then I will do separate and include bundle options for people. Or if people love bundle, I'll do the same. Or if it's, you know, just blown out of the park, everyone wants the bundle, then we can just do that. But I figured I would just see what everyone's kind of take was. Obviously, at the end of the day, I want to do whatever makes people the happiest. I just want to see if people are interested in me doing a bundle to begin with. Would be nice to have both for people for various budgets. Yeah, no, for sure. I could totally do that. So you know what I can do then? Is I will put, here's what I'll do. I'll do pre-sale prices, and I will make it to where, here's my only fear. My only fear is, will people buy Astral? Will people not buy Astral if I make it Evo Astral? That's my only fear. So what I think I would have to do if I were to break it apart is I'd have to do it this way. You buy the Cosmic, because I want to do Lost Thunder, but I don't want to put that much equity into it yet. I would probably do pre-sales for Cosmic, and then I would do pre-sales for the Evo and the Astral together, but they would be at a cheap price point that it'd be hard to pass up on. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, what do you guys think on that? Or should at that point I get rid of Astral altogether? The only reason why I say that is because where I'd be getting the packs from is I have access. Let me double check with distro, just see if it's still available. But it should still be available if I'm correct. So let's see. Is it still there? Hopefully it's still there. It should be. Uh-oh, I'm not seeing it. Where are you? I mean, it's fine. I could probably find something else instead to get the Evo product from. I'm just trying to see where I would get the Evo packs from. That's the main question, is where do I just get the Evo packs from, you know? So for a while there, I had access to Evo packs that I was going to break down with Astral, but I might have to get access to other product to break it down. I mean, either way, we'll do Evolving Skies. I'm just curious, will I be able to charge $3 or will it be $3.30? And if so, what will the other product look like that's going to be comboed? That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, last pull, I swear. Then I actually got to get going. Here's what I'm going to do. Would you pay for an Evo combo for $3? If it came with an Astro pack for $275, which would be $575 total. Obviously, this is a rough estimate, but And think about this, guys. If the answer is yes, then I'm able to get the packs for cheaper. If the answer is no, then I might have to charge a little bit more. All right, last one. Patrick, I heard Eli's been... So would you pay for an Evo combo for $3 a pack, and then let's say, hypothetically speaking, it comes with an Astral pack for $275, right? So the total would be $575 in theory. Or would you prefer I break it up, but I would have to charge more for Evo at that point? Because I wouldn't be able to have access to... Because at that point, I would be losing out on selling the other packs that I'm breaking down to give you guys that cheap Evo price. Does that make sense? Divergent tins, well, they just came out with the new tins, so I have access to those ones. I'll actually have to look at my distro. He just sent me an email on it. Here, he actually just sent me an email for my numbers on it. All right, Caleb, what did you do it for? I was getting them for $15 a piece. Hidden potential tins, $15 a piece. They come with... So actually, right now, I'm able to get Evo packs for $3. So it would be hidden potential, which I can see what the other, if you guys want to look up and see what's in the hidden potential tins, because I know it comes with at least 2 evolving. So we would combo it with whatever the other packs are. That's how we would do it, is I would literally break down hidden potential packs. The frick? What the heck, guys? I literally just saw a video posted. Yeah, here we go.
Lake's campaign reiterated her support of rocket launchers.
How powerful a weapon do you think it should be legal? What about rocket launchers?
I am for any weapon. It's about protecting against tyranny.
Yo, I'm for rocket launchers. What are you talking about? Oh, don't you guys love... Don't you love voting season? I don't care about the ads.
I just got in a brand new case of... Oh, nice. Alright, so the moment of truth. First pack.
So Lost Origins, Fusion, and then... Alright, so it would be a 3 bundle then. Is it different for each pack? Because you're saying one Fusion.
I just up here pretty soon. So a bunch of cool collection boxes. I think that one's going to be pretty... I don't know if I can... Yeah, I think it won't be too different.
But yeah, so I feel like that's how you'd have to do it. You've seen them have Brilliant as well. Gosh. Okay, so people said they'd be willing to pay for them if it means they got cheap Evo. Okay, so that's good to know. Alright, I just have to figure out how I have to structure this. Because that's the thing, man, is because I'm going to have it shipped to me from distro. I'm going to have to pay the shipping price, but that's fine. It's not going to be that much for when it's shipped to me. However, if I'm breaking down the tins, that means I'm getting everything for $3. I'm not just getting Brilliant for $3. I'm sorry, Evo for $3. I'm getting everything else. So I'd have to also look at it in that regard on how I'd want to structure it. I feel like at that point, I would probably just put it for $6, just flat. and then charge you guys obviously for shipping how I've always done it, so I'm not making any money. It's a break even. That's probably how I would do it. Do you sell the tins? I don't sell the tins currently. No. I mean, this is going to this is supposed to go to the new LGS, but I can easily snag some. My partner's not going to care whatsoever. He would only care if there wasn't a ton, but I got allocated 90. So I have a ton of them. And we already have a ton of product at the store. So we're chilling right now. So then that's what we'd be doing, guys. We would be doing basically a tin break, but you guys would be getting access to it at distro prices. That's how we would be breaking it down. So just think about it that way. It'd be a hidden potential tin break. Right? Because that's, if I'm correct, what I'm looking at right now, that's where I can get my prices the cheapest for packs when I'm looking at my distro page. Because otherwise, yeah, otherwise I can do Shining Fates break, but that's, yeah, you guys wouldn't want to pay for that much. Yeah, I think that's just how we're going to have to do it. That's what I'm looking. I mean, if I can find somewhere cheaper, or if someone wants to message me saying, hey, I found a place you can buy for $275 if you find bulk, then we can do that, but I think that's how we're going to have to do it. And I'll just structure them whatever the way I can give it to you guys the cheapest. I think that'll be the play. That will be the play then. And I'll also as well combo that with I can combo with some cosmic. Or if you guys want, honestly, you know what I could do? Just for fun. I could because I have so many of them. I could also combo it, and this would be totally separate, of course. But I could also throw in some of my higher end expensive packs, and I could just throw them on the side. If you want me to open them, that I can. That'd be fun. Bunch of Plasma Blast, bunch of Plasma Freeze, Legends Awakened. Just throw it up there, because why not? But yeah, I'd probably combo it. Fusion, Lost Origin, Evo, or whatever it looks like in terms of the site. What's the name of my website? It's Pokemon USA. As you see in the banner, it's PokemonUSA.com. Go down any of the links down in the description below. It'll be Pokemon USA, PokemonUSA.com, as you can see on the top left page. But yeah, no, and then also as well with what was I gonna say? With the overall price packs, as well. Don't forget, these are still available when you check out the site. GameStop buy 2 get 1 free going on right now for select Pokemon cards. I'll have to check that out. Are those black and white packs weighed? The freeze ones are not weighted. No. The freeze and the blast are not. Well, I mean, as it stands right now, none of the packs are weighed. Like, when I say you would get one unweighted, I mean, like, you could 100% go in and pull something good. Because bro. This is a full case's worth of Plasma Freeze. Or not case, sorry. A full booster box's worth of Plasma Freeze. So I would give it to you unweighted. That's how I would do it. Do I know the weights of what is a heavy and what is not a heavy? Yeah, I do. But I'd be giving it to you unweighted. So. And then same thing goes with the Phantom Forces. I also have a full thing of Phantom Forces. But yeah, I would just throw that on. I would just throw it on the site just cause. Just why not, right? But the main thing will be Evo. It will be Evolving Skies will be the main focus. Finally, kind of live. When are you thinking about doing the break? So we're gonna be doing the Silver Tempest break a week after release, as mentioned before. Sadly, with the new agreement with the LGS, according to our distributor, we can't ship it to two separate locations. It has to be shipped to one and then shipped to me from there. So that's how we're gonna have to do it. With, however, the break in terms of the Evo one and everything, I need at least a week to compile all of the packs and everything. So I would probably do it sometime. I'd probably do it sometime in like 2 weeks, I would say. Probably. I'd put up pre-sales. So I'd probably have to put up pre-sales either later today or tomorrow, see kind of what the engagement is on sales, and then however much I buy and then some, go out, buy it. And then obviously get things rolling on it, baby. So yeah, that would be the play. Any other leaks outside of Lugia? That's kind of the main leak, just the Lugia alt art for the day. But yeah, what I'll do then is I'll just put up pre-sales for that, and then I'll also throw up some break packs for just other product that I just have, because why not? Let's just make it a crazy break day. We'll make it nice and fun. If people want access to unweighted packs for whichever generation of XY or black and white or diamond and pearl, then we can do that. And I can either weigh it for you on a scale, and I can tell you based off of what my weight database tells me if it's gonna be a heavy or not, and we can take the risk it for the biscuit, or we can keep it sealed. But either way, main focus is going to be the cheap packs for Evo, and then if people want to spend more, I'll give them the option to with what packs I currently have. However, guys, for those of you guys that know, I usually go for about 2 hours. We've been now going for 2.5 hours. So we are half an hour over the point of the discussion. But I mean, hey, that tells you it was a good discussion today. It was a fun discussion. I really enjoyed my time. I will keep you guys posted in terms of the breaks and everything, and I will be fully open, transparent about what I'm able to charge and everything. And we'll just see based off of pre-sales how things go on how much I'm going to do. But I'm going to do my best to make it as cheap as possible, like I always try. But as far as it goes, though, please, before you leave, make sure to leave a like. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. Comments, like, and of course be subscribed. And comment and like on any of the videos we post each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And don't forget as well, last shameless shill, we still have some mystery packs available for our Pokemon USA officially mystery packs at PokemonUSA.com. Description down in the link, or in the link down below on any of our videos. You obviously get much better odds than any of our competitors by far, and the packs themselves, like I said before, they're weighted in your favor, and you can get as good as a power keeper pack that is heavy, and it's worth a lot of money. So got a really good